her, Sean.
So I can't talk to you?
It's a joke what's going on in that court. They're trying to make out it was all him.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been in yet.
It was that slag that did it. Why isn't one of your lot in there standing up and telling them what she's like?
You know the rules. You're not exactly a stranger around here yourself.
And that's why you're taking so much trouble to bang up her, Sean. Because I've got form. If he gets sent down, I'll have her.
Can we go back to your account of what happened next? You climbed out of your minicab and opened the rear door. You alleged that Mr. Westbrook then got out and hit you. At exactly what point did my client, Miss Jenks, get out of the car?
She told him to get out.
That's not what I'm asking you, Mr. Nazir.
She got out after him.
So Mr. Westbrook initiated the assault before Miss Jenks was out of the car?
He hit me and I fell over. Then they started kicking me, kicking my head, my back.
Could you see them kicking you?
I was trying to cover my face. I didn't have to see them.
So, can you be quite certain whether you were being kicked by Mr. Westbrook or Miss Jenks or by both?
The point is, she was making him do it, urging him.
So it could have been Mr. Westbrook who was kicking you and not Miss Jenks?
I don't know.
I hope that members of the jury will note that. You don't know. Now, you say she was encouraging him to assault you, urging him, but what exactly did she say?
She was saying, cut him, Sean.
Could she, in fact, have been saying, cut it out, Sean?
Some words like that.
She could have been saying, cut it out, Sean, rather than cut him, Sean. Thank you, Mr. Nazir.
Late night, was it?
I don't know if it's this flu or the stuff I took to get rid of it.
Ah.
If it wasn't for this case, I'd be off sick today. Not that I'm asking for sympathy.
You're not getting much.
According to your incident report book, when arrested, Sean Westbrook told you that both he and my client, Miss Jenks, had assaulted Mr. Nazir.
That's correct, Your Honour.
He made this admission of his own free will.
Yes, Your Honour.
No pressure was brought to bear on him.
Yes! Sorry, Your Honour. Could you repeat that?
No pressure was brought to bear on him.
No, Your Honour.
He just volunteered to you that he was the guilty party and added for good measure that Miss Jenks had also been involved.
I questioned him at the scene of the crime. He gave me the information, and then he signed an account of our conversation.
Did anyone else hear this enlightening conversation?
No, sir.
No. Did he repeat this story when interviewed by you at Sun Hill Police Station? That is, in the interview that was recorded in the presence of his solicitor?
No.
He, in fact, claimed that he was acting in self-defence. In this recorded interview, did he claim that Miss Jenks had been involved in the attack?
He changed his story, Your Honour.
Thank you, PC Stamp. Thank you very much.
Is Tony coming back in for the verdict?
He went out to get some fresh air. He looked like he was about to blow a fuse.
Well, that'll make the change from blowing his nose. I mean, it doesn't do much for credibility, does it? Delivering half your evidence through a man-sized tissue. There has to be someone on that jury who knows if her brief made no reference to her character at all, she's got to have more form than Desert Orchid.
On the first count of assault causing grievous bodily harm, how do you find the defendant, Sean Michael Westbrook? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Yeah, da prance!
On the first count of assault causing grievous bodily harm, how do you find the defendant, Sheila Mary Jenks? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Please with yourselves, have you? You couldn't have got it more wrong!
Silence. I'm going to ask the jury to remain while I pass sentence. At the start of the hearing, Miss Jenks pleaded guilty on a separate count to having been unlawfully in possession of an offensive weapon. Mr. Gray, what is known of the defendant?
I'm going to enjoy this bit.
Well, the full list of her previous convictions runs to 3 pages, Your Honour.
So I see. Would you read the last 3 for the record?
Yes, Your Honour. 16th of March, 1992, Stafford Row, Crown Court, assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, 3 months imprisonment. 28th of June, 1992, Sun Hill Magistrates Court, drunk and disorderly, fined £50. 14th of October 1992, Sunhill Magistrates Court, criminal damage, fined £100.
Makes you wonder why we bother.
Yeah, I know. Westbrook, 3 months, madam, £150 fine and severe talking to. Look, I need a drink. Is anyone coming over the road?
Yeah, I'll just get changed and I'll join.
No, not for me. What I wanted to do all day is get back to bed.
Happy, are you? How do you think Cecile's seen her son put away for 3 months?
Look,
3 months?
This isn't gonna help.
I want to work with you.
I'm busy.
You're not getting away with this. I'm not going to forget what you did to her, Sean.
If he kept his mouth shut, I wouldn't be here in the first place. Now let go of me.
Not till I've finished talking to you.
You're as thick as he is.
This has been around! Come on! Hurry! If she thinks this is over, she's in for a surprise.
Will you please go home?
Get out of my
I'll
way.
nick the lot of you for disorderly conduct unless you stop this now.
Thick as pig muck.
Shut it!
There's no need to talk to me like that just because you lost.
This time.
Come on, I'll buy you all a drink, eh? Show you there's no hard feelings.
Don't push your luck, Jenks.
You threatening me? You great tub of lard.
So what does Nazir make of the verdict?
Well, he seemed very calm about it, considering he thought she was to blame.
You see his point.
I don't know, maybe he's just a nicer person than I am. When you see someone you know has attacked you, walking away scot-free, it just... Sorry, it's sorry.
Here we go again.
This is getting silly. Someone's got to straighten her out.
I'll have a word with Harry. It's his pub. He can sort it out. Look, do you want another?
No, thanks. I've had more than enough.
Harry?
I want to buy you all a drink. All you lovely people. Oh, my lovely jury.
Get her a drink. A big one. You've got her to thank.
What do you want, my darling?
No, thank you.
Come on, whatever you want. A big brandy, whatever. I've got the money.
I do not want you to buy me a drink. Is that clear?
We're all friends here. When I heard you say, not guilty, I thought I owe her. Least I can do, buy you a big drink.
I'm going.
Oh, I'll have a drink with her. You were saying you couldn't believe she'd do anything out of line. God, as Lady Muck here, you never laid a finger on that bloke.
I'll never.
That fat copper made it all up.
My drink not good enough for ya? Look at her.
I don't know what you think so funny. If I'd had my way, I'd have locked you up and thrown away the key.
Aren't you going to do something?
I'm sorry.
Well, I was on the jury today. You arrested Sheila Jenks.
Yes, and you acquitted her. I don't think there's much more to say.
Well, she's out there doing all she can to cause trouble. What are you going to do about it?
Well, if she breaks the law, I could nick her. But the chances are I'll be wasting my time because the next jury she goes in front of could do exactly what you did.
We didn't know.
What do you do now?
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Report of a failing to stop accident outside the Grove Public House, Goddard Street. A woman has been injured. There's an ambulance on its way.
Why do they need us? It's usually full of coppers.
They want you, George.
Yeah, we'll be there in 2 minutes.
She's in a right mess. Did anyone see anything? Yeah, the landlord. Said she never had a chance. Car drove straight at her, apparently. Almost like it was deliberate. Did he get the number? Nah. He thought it might have been a blue hatchback, possibly an escort. Well, that narrows it down. All right, Jen. What are you doing here?
Well, it's a long story, but I was in here 10 minutes ago. I came back past and I saw the ambulance.
You don't know who she is, do you?
I certainly do. Her name's Sheila Jenks.
How is she now?
Severe head and back injuries, sir.
She finishes up in hospital within hours of the verdict. Was the attack deliberate?
Well, it looks like it could have been.
I've had her solicitor on to me already this morning. He thought I ought to know strictly for information that Stamp threatened her when she was leaving the court yesterday.
Did he?
Well, he made an unguarded remark. He should have known better, but nothing more than that.
So this solicitor's just stirring, is he?
Perish the thought. I want this cleared up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, well, I'm treating it as an attempted murder. I've got Burnside working on it already.
Did you see anyone leave at the same time as her?
Apart from your friend here, I had enough on my plate getting her out.
Well, did you notice anyone outside?
No, I got her out. Told her not to bother coming back, then waited to make sure she went. Then bang, the car hits her.
So what makes you think it was deliberate?
Well, the car didn't stop. I mean, when you leave a car park, you stop, look before turning into the road. This geezer comes straight out.
Did you see who it was?
No, it was too dark.
Well, you got any ideas? I mean, he came out of your car park.
Well, it doesn't mean to say he'd been in here. That car park's full, even when the booze is empty. I should start clamping.
Think about who was in here last night.
Well, you saw who was there. Regulars, people over from the court. I don't know, I was too busy behind the bar.
Well, at least someone was doing their job. Right, cheers, Harry. Well, you certainly picked the right place to foul up. Every copper who goes in there for a packet of pork scratchings is going to hear about this. Would have taken you 2 minutes to sort it last night.
Look, Gov, being the officer in the case doesn't usually stretch to seeing the defendant home. Jenks was drunk and she walked under a car.
Yeah, but the fact that the driver might be involved in the case could be a bit embarrassing.
Look, she was having a go at a jury member before I left the pub.
Do you think Harry Stokes knows who the bloke is? How about this Nazir?
He's not very likely.
Yeah, well, I'm going to check him out anyway.
Your governor giving you a hard time?
No, this is one of his better days. Before you chucked her out last night, Sheila Jenks was arguing with a man sitting over there. Grey hair, blazer and tie, about 60. Do you know him?
I know you mean, but I've never seen him before.
Do you remember if he was still here after Jenks had been hit by the car?
Don't think so. No, he'd gone.
He was with a table full of people over there.
That's right, and he bought a big round. He paid by cheque, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you still got it, have you?
Yes, and I did get him to put his address on the back.
That's what I'm after.
Did you recognise anyone else there last night?
No, apart from the people over from the court.
It's got to be Len Westbrook, Gov. He'd said he'd do her.
Yeah, he's top of my list.
Yeah, but if you're simply looking for people with motive, it could be more or less anyone who's ever had dealings with her. I mean, even the forewoman of the jury was seeing her in a new light.
Yeah, all right, thanks, Jim. Jim, I won't interrupt your lunch. I'm off to see my old pal, Lenny Westbrook.
What about this here?
He's got an alibi. Evening prayers. 200 witnesses.
I didn't think he was very likely.
Yeah, I don't care what you think. Check it. Well, he probably won't have to talk to all of them. Oh, yeah, and keep on to the hospital. Soon as Sheila Jenks as much as groans, I want a statement off her. Hello, Len.
Our Sean's in the scrubs for 3 months. Isn't that enough? Even for you?
Sheila Jenks is in hospital.
Nothing minor, I hope.
Is this your motor?
Why don't you look it up on the computer?
I will. Where were you about 6:30 last night?
No comment.
I asked you a question.
And you got an answer?
Someone tried to kill Sheila Jenks. He was driving a blue hatchback. Any reason why I shouldn't put you top of the list?
It wasn't me, all right. But if you find out who it was, let me know. I'll buy the man a drink.
So where did you go after the court last night?
If I'd had a go at Jenks, she wouldn't have just be in hospital.
Now listen, you want to ponce about, we'll do it down the neck. But this car doesn't move. Do you understand? We might want to take a good look at it. Go on.
Good afternoon, Mr. Craig. I'm DC Carver, Sunhill CID.
I remember you from yesterday. I hope you don't think that diabolical verdict was down to me.
Can I come in, please?
So long as you wipe your feet.
Did you fly those?
Wouldn't have minded. Never had the chance. You didn't come here to ask me that.
No. You were seen arguing with Sheila Jenks in the pub last night.
I told her what I thought of her.
So what happened?
I'd had a bit of drink, so I went outside to get some fresh air.
Was that the last time you saw her?
I did go and have a look when I'd heard what had happened. By that time, they were scraping her off the road.
So when did you leave the pub?
As soon as the ambulance left and I could get my car out of the car park.
Well, you must have had a few drinks before you left.
Oh, if you wanted to breathalyse me, you should have done it last night. What is this?
You were making it very clear exactly what you thought of her.
If you think I did it, why don't you come out and say it?
Did you?
No. And there must be half a dozen members of that jury will tell you I was in the pub when it happened. Do you want to know who I blame? That woman who was foreman of the jury. Sorry, foreperson. Must get it right. She knew it all, didn't she? Made a little speech to us about how it was obvious that Sheila Jenks was carrying the can for her boyfriend. Set up by you lot. Anything you like except guilty of giving that little foreign bloke a pasting.
But you're not suggesting that woman ran Jenks over, are you?
I wasn't, but she could have. She left the pub just before her. Yeah, why not? Would have been the first thing she got right all day. Handy the way things turn out, isn't it? Fancy a cup of tea?
Yeah, thanks.
Look, Len, I can sit here all day. I don't mind, I'll get paid for it. And then I can sit here all night and collect the overtime. But sooner or later, you're going to tell me. Well, get on with it then. Right. Where did you go after you left the court yesterday?
Me and the missus went to see Sean's brief at his office. I wanted to talk about an appeal. 3 months.
And where'd you go after that?
We drove around a bit. Got home about 7.
Drove around a bit?
Right.
Is that the best you can do?
If you've made up your mind, stick me on as well, like you did our Sean. I'm past caring.
Your Sean toe-capped some poor bod halfway to Hammersmith. And then he got nicked because he was too tanked up to leg it before the Panda car arrived. What do you expect us to do? Give him a Duke of Edinburgh's award?
But he's never been like that. Before he met her, he'd never have done that. That's the truth.
So you decided to source her out?
Yeah, but somebody else got there first. Not that I've ever hit a woman, ever.
Oh, well, that does restore my faith in human nature.
No. No, I have to see your driver's license. Official. Not these. Yes, no.
I want to report an accident.
Well, you come to the right place, then.
It was last night.
Yeah, well, look, madam, I'm dealing with a gentleman. Would you like to take a seat? I'll deal with him in a minute.
Y aquí hay más papeles.
Thank you. Sheila, it's DC Carver, Sun Hill.
I want someone locked up for this.
N-E-T-T.
Oh, yeah, I've been caught like that before. No two Bennetts spell their name the same way. Yeah, that's right, sir. You just fill out the form, and then we shall all know where we are.
Yeah.
Now, you put your name here.
It's you again.
And then you
I
put the details
didn't expect to
of
see
the
you.
vehicle
I've come to
here,
report an accident.
where it says
An
the
accident
details
last
of the
night.
vehicle.
Oh, you're talking to the right bloke then.
Insurance details
You didn't see the
here,
car that hit Sheila
where
Jenks
it
last night,
says
did you?
insurance.
Yes, that's what it's about.
Is that all you can get? Hold on. Yeah?
There's a woman called Vanessa Bennett in the front interview room. She says she ran over Sheila Jenks.
Jim, you're in the wrong place again. Get yourself back here.
Oi! You fool! No, yeah, Signore.
Your lorry, move it!
Tony, it's no good, mate. He don't speak English.
I don't care what he speaks. His Arctic's been blocking the yard for the last half hour.
Señor, por favor, mueva vuestro camión.
Ah, sí, gracias, gracias. Usted es un caballero.
Gracias.
Adiós.
Adiós.
I started the car and drove across the car park. I'd just got into second gear and she was there in front of me.
Where was that?
At the entrance to the car park. It was as if she wanted me to hit her. I didn't stand a chance.
Our accident investigator will check on this.
Well, that is exactly what happened.
Didn't occur to you to stop after you hit her?
I panicked her. If I'd realized how badly hurt she was, I admit that was a mistake.
And after you'd stopped panicking? You still didn't report it.
I did. I came here. I'm not trying to deny it was me.
Let's go back to when you left the pub. What were you intending to do?
Go home, obviously. Hadn't meant to go there in the first place, but all the others were going, and being foreperson, it was rather awkward to get out of it.
In the pub, Sheila Jenks became very abusive towards you.
Actually, I was quite grateful to her. It gave me an excuse to leave.
I can't see where this line of questioning is getting us. Miss Bennett has been very cooperative with you. Can we establish with what she is to be charged?
If all the evidence tallies, attempted murder.
But it was an accident. It was something that happened to me. That's all.
You drove your car at her deliberately.
No.
She'd humiliated you and you couldn't take it.
Humiliated me? Don't be ridiculous.
You'd worked very hard to get the jury to give Sheila Jenks the benefit of the doubt. You did a thoroughly good job. They couldn't decide. In the end, they let her off because of what you'd said.
This took place within the jury room. It certainly won't be admissible evidence.
That's not what happened. Look, they weren't very bright. Half of them didn't seem to understand what a jury was there for. So, I explained the case as I saw it. I didn't have very strong feelings about it.
But in the pub, these not very bright members from the jury were shown in the clearest way possible how big a mistake you'd made.
Jenks made a fool of you, and you decided to teach her a lesson.
I have told you what happened.
Sheila Jenks did not walk in front of you. She was bending down, picking up loose change she dropped on the ground.
She wasn't.
That's what she says.
And you think she's more likely to be telling the truth than I am?
We've got a witness as well, the pub landlord.
I don't care how many so-called witnesses there are. Look, it's simply something that I wouldn't do. You're making me out to be like her.
Aren't you?
Obviously not.
You both think you're above the law.
No.
You both lie when it suits you.
This is insulting and stupid.
And you're both arrogant enough to think you can get away with it.
You get angry when you lose control, don't you, Vanessa?
That's not true.
And that frightens you, doesn't it, losing control? Like when you try to kill Sheila Jenks?
I never want to hear that woman say it again!
I'd like to speak to our client alone. You better do that, Mr. Franklin. Interview suspended. 4:17 p.m. Give me a good honest blagger any day. What do you reckon?
Well, she did it, and she'll tell us sooner or later.
Yeah? Well, I think you're whistling in the dark.
We'll find a way.
I'll believe that when it happens. She's just spent 2 weeks sitting in the Crown Court watching the professionals at it. She knows that if she shuts up now, no jury's going to convict her.
Approaching Bisham Lane to attend incident. Victim male IC4. Over.
He's up here. There was just one of them, I think. He dumped the old man on the floor and then ran away when I shouted.
Description?
Black trousers, black leather jacket, dark hair.
Skin colour?
Oh, I really wouldn't like to say.
Sierra Oscar from 469 receiving.
Yeah, go ahead, Polly.
The incident at Beecham Lane. Confirming the victim is a male, IC4.
Bit early in the day for packy bashing, innit?
It's Mr. Krishna, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm fine. Just fine. No harm done, please.
But Mr. Krishna, haven't you had trouble before?
Please.
Who knocked you over, Mr. Krishna? Do you know him? Could you describe him?
It was just an accident. We bumped into each other, you see. Please. I'm late for work. I've nothing more to say.
According to Page, he won't say a word.
But this is definitely the worst yet.
The first time he's been laid hands on. Before it's been property, a brick through the window, then his car got done.
One stopping then, doesn't it? Before the next stage. Ah, morning, sir.
Morning, Andrew. Oh.
Sir, I'll come back later then.
No, come in. I'm picking brains. The Jessor Club.
Sir?
Seems to be looming large in the life of our night duty at the moment. What's the background?
It's a sort of community centre come nightclub. Open all hours, basically.
Ethnic?
Bangladeshi, sir, yes.
Softly are we then, when they cause a fracas?
A fracas have been few and far between, sir.
There was one last night. 3 car windows broken. I don't like that sort of thing on my streets.
I think you'll find it's about women, sir. Yeah, there is a bit of rivalry between the Asian lads on the Elmcombe estate and those on the Park Mead. And now and again it bubbles over, but nothing too sinister about it.
Yes, well, you see, I have a bit of a problem with that, Bob. If it was two gangs of white youths running amok, we'd be in there banging heads together. Because it's Bangladeshis, we smile indulgently and turn the other way. Don't you think that's a bit patronising?
Sir?
We're all equal before the law, aren't we? Besides which, if we go on letting them smash up each other's cars, my insurance premium is going to go through the roof.
It is not the first time that Mr. Krishna has been a victim.
Well, if you leave it with me, I'll make
No, I
sure...
cannot leave it with you, Mr. Conway. Not without some guarantee of action to take back to my people.
Well, it does appear that you are correct. Mr. Krishna has figured into previous incidents, neither of which is reported personally, and neither of which have been proved to be racially motivated.
Because you only want proof on a plate. Unless a white yob is actually standing there putting the boot in when a policeman arrives, you refuse to be convinced.
Mrs. Garrell, I can assure you we're
Even the
doing
statistics you now pride yourself on producing are misleading. In this same monthly period, the town hall figures showed twice as many racial incidents on housing estates alone.
As I have explained before to the panel, we consider the town hall figures to be unrealistically high because of the lack of criteria.
And yours are unrealistically low because victims do not come forward. Because they know it is pointless.
Well, I hope you're not telling them it's pointless.
I encourage cooperation. But when the streets around the Larkman estate have become so unsafe that the same person and his property can be attacked 3 times...
If the victim won't describe his attacker and the witness can't, what can we do?
Make this racial incident panel more than mere window dressing. Stop pretending and investigate.
You don't think you ought to mention this to Mr. Conway first, sir? There are guidelines.
Informal guidelines which, in my view, don't take precedence over operational requirements.
But in racially sensitive areas...
Oh, so the Jessor is a no-go as far as we're concerned?
No, sir, but with respect...
I'm not planning to swamp the place, Andrew. No busloads of rabid coppers park round the corner waiting for someone to drop a fact packet. A courtesy visit, that's all. To introduce myself and exchange views. Is that unreasonable?
No, sir.
Good, because I'd be irked to think I needed CLO's permission every time I wanted to rub noses with an IC4. That would seem to be creating barriers, not removing them. Bob?
Sir?
I need you as scout.
Oh, that Mrs. Garaligus right up my nose.
Really, sir? I never noticed.
My people. She's not even elected by them. It's just a big ego chip so that she can turn around and say to her people, aren't I wonderful? Don't I get things done?
She does have a point there about Mr. Krishna.
Yeah, that gets up my nose even more.
Derek, this racial assault on Mr. Anand Krishna.
Yeah.
I've got nobody free at the moment. Well, since Mr. Krishna hasn't actually claimed anybody did assault him, he's going to have to wait.
Yes, yes, of course.
Might be non-racial. The way things are escalating, it could be business protection.
There's a cleaner on the underground.
Oh. Well, keep in touch.
Yeah. Tony. Mr. Anand Krishna.
Hi, sir.
Well, you're down on the sheet as having attended the first incident when he got a brick through the window.
Yeah, that's right, sir. About 3 weeks ago. It's reported by a neighbour.
And the family didn't want to know?
They were upset by it, but they certainly weren't pointing any fingers. At the time, I put it down to the wedding.
Wedding?
They're Hindus. Their daughter had just got married. It's a big thing, a Hindu wedding. I thought the brick was probably due to sour grapes. You know, some English scrote doesn't like foreigners enjoying themselves.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, these are Gujaratis, if you're interested, Sarge, not Pakistanis.
Get yourself changed, we're going out.
Sir?
Just because we're not operational, it doesn't mean we can't put ourselves about. We're out on the streets, girl.
So who actually runs this Jessor club?
It's run by a committee, sir, but there is a manager, Ahmed Sawar. All right, lads?
Morning. Chief Inspector Cato, Sandhill Police. Anyone here speak English? English?
If you'd like to wait here, sir, I'll see Mr. Sawar from the back.
Oh, have you got a minute?
Salma?
Sir. Rizwana Sawar, the manager's sister. Rizwana, Chief Inspector Cato.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Sawar.
Ahmed?
Not here.
Very inconvenient. I understand you had a few problems here last night.
Mr. Conway sent?
I don't wait to be sent, Miss Sawar. I also understand your clientele consider themselves to be self-regulating in such matters. Just so we understand each other from the off. That is no longer the case.
Please.
The next disturbance, inside or outside these premises, will be quelled. Please give my regards to your brother. Tell him I'll call again.
Yeah. Kind of byrå to Parishna, Saramata.
I won't ask for a translation.
Car's out the back, sir.
Sure.
Thank you.
Hey! Oi! Yes, sorry. Yes. Okay. Come here. Your mother never teach you manners, son. Sorry. Never mind, sorry.
Oh, back you go. Round the other way, please.
I think I'd like to see what's in that bag. What? The bag. Open it. Is your name Anthony J. Clifford?
Yeah.
Is that your name?
Yeah.
So you're not Elizabeth M. Spink?
Hello, Mrs. Krishna. Sorry to trouble you. Chief Inspector Conway, Community Liaison, Sun Hill. This is Sergeant Kendall. Is your husband at home, please?
Work.
Who is it, Mum?
Well, Liz.
Please, leave us alone.
Sorry, miss, you are?
Asha Patel.
Patel.
This is my mother. I'm just visiting. Now, please.
Just a few minutes of your time, Mrs. Patel.
Thank you. So, was it your wedding a few weeks ago? Congratulations.
I don't know if you're aware, but there was another incident this morning concerning your father.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm here, because my mother telephoned.
You don't live at home anymore, then?
No, I live with my husband, Rajik's family, Sophny Road. They own the little supermarket. I should be there now, working.
But you obviously care about what's been happening to your parents.
Of course I still care about my parents.
Yes, well, we care too. That's why we're here. We're very anxious that problems like the one your family are experiencing are dealt with, but we do need a little bit of cooperation. Now, have you any idea why your father won't speak to us, Mrs. Patel? I mean, does he have any enemies? Any specific ones? Look, can you think of anyone who would want to do this to him?
It's a dowry. He can't pay.
A dowry?
Yeah, you know, a bribe to the future in-laws to get...
Your daughter off your hands. Yeah, I might have to resort to that myself one of these days. Anyway, we're going to have a word with the girl's husband, see if he can shed any more light on the situation.
Oh, Sarge, Chief Inspector Cato's bringing a couple of prisoners in.
Oh, yeah? Dead or alive?
Not a wasted visit after all, Bob. Wonder how long those two have been using the gesso as a haven.
Well, hopefully we'll find out when we've got an interpreter, sir.
Yeah, always fascinates me, that. How the sight of a uniform renders the English language incomprehensible to these people.
Excuse me, sir, I'm looking for a Mr. Rajik Patel.
And you are?
Chief Inspector Conway, Sergeant Kendall, Sun Hill Community Liaison.
I'm Rajik Patel.
Oh, well, I'm afraid we need to talk, sir. Perhaps it would be easier if we talked at the station. Would that be all right? Your wife has arranged to meet us there.
Just check the details are correct.
Sir.
An hour?
For a Bengali speaker, yes, sir.
Well, better stick them in a cell and give me a shout then.
Fine.
Sir, can you spare a minute?
Yes, what is it?
I'm not sure, sir. Either ethnic recruitment's gone through the roof, or we're about to host a race ride.
Right, we'll soon sort this out. Two boys in custody.
Don't know what you're worried about. We've got body armour in the store, and enough scrambled egg in the canteen to last Cato a month.
What's happening?
Don't ask me, something I only work here. Look after Mr. Patel! Bob, what's going on?
The Bangladeshis, sir. There was an incident at the Jessore Club this morning.
What incident?
Well, it started out with a courtesy call from Mr. Cato and ended up with an arrest. Well, 2 arrests. We nicked a couple of lads inside the club. Bag full of stolen. Next thing we know, we got this lot.
Where is he? Have you tried talking to them yet, or are you going straight in with the plastic bullets?
They're throwing missiles, Derek, not just adjectives.
I think I can see Rezwana out there. Why don't we get her in and see if she can explain the problem?
Look, she only knows 3 words of English and 2 of them mean go away.
Well, it's either that or we wait for an interpreter. Now, I've got one coming for the 2 lads arrested. That's going to take an hour.
An hour? All right. Come on. I've just heard about this. Now, with your help, we can do something about it. Sort it out. I need to talk to somebody. Rezwana, will you come in and talk? Come on, Rev. It's all right. Look, I'm just going to talk.
I don't believe this. I thought he was going to leave Bob Cryer in part exchange.
You're saying that they think the arrests were wrong, Rezwana. Is that what you're saying?
The boys. They say he take the boys. They push him, he fall, so he take. For push is wrong.
No, Rezwana, no. The people are wrong. Mr. Cato and me, we arrest the boys for stealing, not for push. Thief. They steal wallets, credit cards, money.
Your money?
No, not my money. Other people's money. They steal wallets. In shops, in streets.
But we'll go and talk to the boys, yes? This way, this way.
Who is dead?
What?
Dead. Who is dead?
Batteries, not prisoners.
For radios.
Nobody's dead, I hope. Okay. They'll get a lawyer and a proper interpreter. All right.
All right.
Now, if you'd please come outside and talk to the others now. So you tell them that the boys are okay, yes? Tell them that they're not here for the push.
Not for push. They steal.
Well, we think they steal. If they don't steal, then they go free.
I understand.
What's going on then?
ওদের ব্যাগের মধ্যে কিছু চুরি করা জিনিস পাওয়া গিয়েছে। আপনারা এখন বাড়ি যান। এরকম কোনো সাহায্যের দরকার নেই। কি হই না হই আমি আপনাদের জানাবো।
Nah, they're all going. Oh, Conway's done it.
Perhaps they're going home to get more eggs.
Cabaret's over. How about some work?
Oh, well. Back to my lost property book.
Well, sir, Sun Hill is meant to be the flagship of community-minded borough policing, Philip. At the moment my back is turned, I find half the ethnic population howling at its gates.
With respect, sir, just a few dozen mistaken Bangladeshis, most of whom are probably illegal anyway. The two lads were good arrests, fortuitous but good.
Fortuitous? The fortuitous impression given at area is that my division has an ethnic problem. Because my officers cannot communicate.
I did communicate, sir. I went to the club with that specific intent. The arrests were a bonus. And in my view, the apprehension of criminals should carry as much weight at area as the communal fantasy.
Oh. So you think community policing is a fantasy, do you?
I think a sensible man makes sure the roof isn't going to fall in before he puts up pretty pictures.
It's all right, the all clear has sounded. I'm really sorry to have kept you waiting.
Go on, Rajiv.
I was telling Sergeant Kendall that our marriage was arranged. Our marriage to Aisha by our families. But that's okay, because we knew each other well and maybe we'd choose it anyway. There's no friction on that, you understand? I'm sorry what's happening to her father. I don't blame her for speaking to you.
But all she said is that there's a problem with the dowry. I thought dowries were illegal, in India anyway.
It still goes on.
In England too, apparently.
Tradition is strong in some families. Personally, I don't like the custom, the dowry. But I don't make the decisions in our family.
Well, who does?
In our culture, the family is very strong. We depend on each other. We're loyal to father, to grandfather, to uncle, to brother.
Mr. Patel, the Hindu culture is a very humane culture. But there's nothing humane in the way that Mr. Krishna is being treated. Now, please, what is going on?
Dowry is part of family honour. It must be big enough to make both sides feel good. Dowry proves status. And in the eyes of some, Usher's father has no status. He's a cleaner on the underground. He's of equal caste, but for some that's not enough. So to compensate, he's been asked to pay a higher dowry, and a higher dowry still. Each week before the marriage, something new was added. Money, a TV, fridge, furniture, even a car. On the eve of the marriage, a car was asked for. What were the Krishnas supposed to do? Agree? Or humiliate themselves and Usher by pulling out of the wedding?
So, are you saying that these attacks are a kind of debt collection? Your family putting on the frighteners?
No. Not my family. Just one member of my family. My brother Ramesh. He says it's for family pride, for tradition, for honour, but it isn't. He does it because he's strong and the Krishnas are weak. And because I don't have the bottle to stop him.
And does Ramesh intend to continue with these persuasions? Where can we find him? Will he be at the supermarket? Well, where then? Rajik, where's your brother?
At the Krishna's flat. He said this afternoon he's going to try a bit harder.
Can we be getting this to uniform? What's the ID?
We will. We'll just do a bit more community liaising first. Mrs. Krishna! Open the door, will you let us in? Please, will you let us in?
Why do you even bother?
Ramesh Patel!
Is this how you pay your debt, sir?
Police, sir! Our community liaison, to be precise. Yeah, he's down in custody now. My collar, though, all right.
Ah, Derek, good. Do we need a debrief with the Gesso Club?
I don't know about a debrief. You've set me back 6 months in that place.
What, by arresting thieves? Do I detect a change of tune with a change of job? Didn't you used to be the no fear, no favour man?
I haven't changed my tune. I've just added a few notes, that's all.
Yeah, but surely the bottom line is arresting...
Listen, you can think what you like about the junk I have to wade through every day. The committees, the panels, the partnerships. Well, I agree with you. Most of it is junk, but it just might save a copper's life or two. That's my bottom line. Yours has been a bastard.
Derek. Now, don't come up here throwing your weight around, please. I have to live with a man.
No, sir. You have to live with both of us.
Yes. Well, perhaps there is something to be said for Philip's straightforward methods, if only to prove that a more enlightened approach is required.
Well, to be frank, sir, I can't see the point in letting him do things his way just to show that he's wrong. And if you think Philip Cato is straightforward, I suggest you think again. Otherwise, Sunhill is going to end up like Barton Street. And we all know what went on there, don't we?
Suspect on foot. I see one male, 5'6", wearing dark clothing.
Received. Turning into Lansdowne Avenue now. There he is, left.
Yeah, got him. Looks a bit of an athlete. After him.
Oi!
The jammy...
Quick, get in! You'll come out on Downs Road.
Yeah, by the school.
Can't see him.
There he is.
I'll get him this time.
Not again. He's laughing at us. What's this guy on?
Where exactly was the intruder when you saw him, Mrs. Bowen?
There. He was standing there where you are now. I got up to get a glass of water. It was about 2:30. All of a sudden, I had this feeling someone was watching me. And I looked round, and there he was, just standing there in the middle of the room.
And then what happened?
I don't know. I screamed, I think. Yes, I screamed, and he turned round, and he ran out through there, onto the balcony. That was it. Gone.
He jumped.
Surprised he didn't kill himself.
I wish he had. How dare he come in here, creeping about like that? This is our home. I mean, what if it had been Stephen instead of me?
Did you get a good look at his face, Mrs. Bowen?
No, he was wearing one of those balaclava helmet things. He was dressed all in dark clothes. He had a little rucksack on his back. He looked like something out of an advert.
I put my takings in there every night, you see, when I change out of my suit.
But you didn't actually lock it?
I don't usually, no. Not while I'm in the house.
And the alarm?
We hadn't switched it on.
We were downstairs, watching television.
So do you know roughly what time this burglary took place?
Must have been between 10:30 and 11 o'clock. I even thought I heard something. If only one of us had come upstairs, we might have caught him red-handed.
I don't think so. Have a look at this. You see where the varnish has been scuffed? He stuck a wedge under the door to make sure he wasn't interrupted.
We're talking about a grade A professional here. Not some kid who sees an open window and takes a chance.
Donna's been onto the method index at the yard. She's got a list of similar jobs in areas 2 and 5 and some suspects. The problem in each case has been lack of evidence.
Gov, I've just been going through the crime sheets from last night, and I think I've noticed something that might be useful.
Yeah?
When Mrs. Bowen saw the suspect, she said he had a small rucksack. He still had it later when Mike and Steve chased him in Lansdowne Avenue. But when they saw him again near the school, he didn't have it anymore.
So he got rid of it somewhere en route.
So he can wait till the heat's off and then go back and fetch it. Well done, Susie.
Better check the property phone book to see if anyone's handed it in.
Oh, very likely. But we can still plot his movements and try and find out where he stashed it, which we can do without your help, thanks, Susie. Property book, please. Now, the break-ins at Rampling Yard and Blurstone Street, we haven't got a time for them.
CID?
It's very unlikely
Yep.
they happened after the one at Dunford Close here.
No, keep it down there, mate. Yep, bye. Front office, Gov. Some woman's just bought in a rucksack.
Looks like the proceeds of a robbery to me.
What makes you say that, Miss Larson?
Well, there's gloves and a torch, which I took to be tools of the trade. Then there's a gold watch, jewellery and all that money.
Yeah. How much do you reckon's there, then?
£3,240. The rucksack was there, tucked in behind the dustbins. He must have nipped through the garden as a shortcut.
Yeah, well, let's hope he hasn't been back already and found it missing. We need you to put the rucksack back the way it was. You'd think you'd be barking during the night, wouldn't you?
Well, these professional villains, they're too clever to make any noise. Aren't they, Inspector?
Gov, I'm in Blurstone Street near the back of the house covering entrance to Wharf Close.
Burnside received. June?
At the front, Gov, in Askell Road.
And now what? We spend the rest of the day in a governor's car hoping the bloke will turn up in broad daylight.
There's £3.5 grand in the rucksack as far as he's concerned.
Man entering close now, Gov. You see him?
He's approaching the back gate.
I got him. Let's see if he takes the bait. It's him. Let's go.
Come here! Come here! Dave! He's heading for Waterman's Road! Cut him off! Alistair! Main road!
PMP from Sierra Oscar 8. I've got a suspect on foot going north in Waterman's Road towards the river. I see one male, about 5'9", aged mid-30s, wearing an orange woolly hat and multicoloured anorak. Concerned burglaries. Any units, please assist.
Hey! Can you see him?
The site's closed, Gov. He may be trapped.
He disappeared, Gov, or else he fancied a swim.
MP from Sierra Oscar 8. Urgent message regarding suspect Waterman's Road. Is India 99 available?
MP to India 99. Did you receive? Over.
MP from India 99, all received.
99 coordinates are square 83, Charlie Echo 36, Delta 4. Have put in link, you have talked through.
MP from India 99, received. ETA 1 minute. Sierra Oscar 2, near Waterman's Road. Can assist.
Received. Meet us at the junction with Blurstone Street.
I might be able to climb over, Gov.
Hang on, Dave. Assistance is on the way.
Sierra Oscar 8 from India 99. We are approaching location now. India 99, suspect in building site. Got him. He's seen us. He's off the scaffolding now, and he's making a run for it. Going for the wall. He's climbing perimeter fence. He's over. He's going along by New Riverside Flats. Suspect approaching barge. He's boarding. There's an officer following. Dave, stay with him.
Sierra Oscar 8 from MP. Sierra 1 approaching location from the west. ETA 2 minutes.
He's off the boat, back on the wall. He's climbing the wall. He's onto the waistband now.
Gov, suspect heading east towards the bridge.
India 99 from Sierra Oscar 8. We're heading for the bridge and we'll cut him off at the road to the west. Suspect still running. He's in the open track between warehouse wall and the river. He's skirting the old gasworks. There's no way in. He's looking for somewhere else to go. He's now approaching derelict site by riverbank east end of Waterman's Road. He's climbing into the site. Up onto the roof. He's dropping between the roof beams into the building. There is access to derelict building through side alley from Waterman's Road.
Dave, move in. June, stand by to drive west. We'll wait and see if he heads for the bridge. This one's definitely got 9 lives. Go, go, go!
Suspect now headed for bridge. Units closing in from both sides.
I think you're Nick, pal.
MP from India 99. Suspect now arrested on Road Bridge, Waterman's Road East. Area car is in attendance. All units, well done.
Someone's had a world, apparently.
Never mind. In some parts of London, he's almost famous. This file card's just been faxed over. Owen Taylor, isn't it?
Yeah. And don't tell me you're Frank Burnside. They were talking about you in the pub the other night. It's your lot running that obbo down on Canley Street, isn't it? The word is, the dealers you're looking for have moved round the corner where you can't see them.
I hope you'll be this cocky when you get to court, Mr. Taylor.
Why, you hoping to pin something on me, are you?
Maybe. That rucksack's been checked out by forensic.
A rucksack? Oh dear. I hope it hasn't got my fingerprints on it. By the way, you writing all this down? I haven't noticed anyone switch on a tape recorder.
I'll talk to you later.
Fine, of course, now you know my name, I'm entitled to make a phone call, aren't I? To my solicitor.
Talk to the custody sergeant about that. Right, let's go and check out this address. I don't want to talk to him again until we know more about him than he knows about us.
Hello. This Owen Taylor's place?
Could be. Why?
Do you live here with him then?
Well, I'm not the window cleaner.
I'm D.S. Gregson Hill.
Thought you might be.
And I'm D.I. Burnside.
Mandy Cartwright.
Earlier today, we arrested Mr. Taylor for burglary.
We'd like to ask you a few questions.
You better come in.
I'm surprised he didn't phone to let you know. We gave him the chance. He must have been worried.
He often works through the night.
I'll bet he does.
He has a business to run.
24-hour snooker club?
Can tell he's a detective, can't you?
And that's where he was last night, was it?
As far as I know.
Been out a lot recently, has he? You see, there have been 11 burglaries in Sunhill during the past few nights. All the work of the same man.
Nothing to do with me.
I should hope not. Wouldn't want to have to arrest you as well.
I'd hardly put stolen goods in there, would I?
You know, this really isn't bad for a council place. Maybe I should get into the snooker business myself.
Those other police thought they had something on Owen last summer. Never proved a thing. Just gave me a lot of grief.
Price you pay for living with an old crook.
I'd have thought you'd be better off with someone nearer your own age.
Maybe I prefer my men a little older.
Fair enough. Been together a while, have you?
2 years.
Since he was last let out of prison. Shame to think I'll be going back there now. And for such a long time, too. I should think you'll be looking at about, what, 8 years?
This will be his third stretch, won't it?
You tell me.
Didn't he tell you about his record?
We've all got a past, haven't we? I'm sure you've done things you prefer to forget. I know I have. Not stolen, in case you wondered. Made them myself. Had my own business. Now Owen looks after me.
What? Out every night, leaving you all alone?
Gives me time to myself.
Well, the cat's away, the mice can claim.
Do you mind?
Gives you a taste of what it's like to be burgled.
Taylor? Yeah, he was around. I had a chat with him. Didn't see him go out.
So what do you reckon he was doing round Sun Hill this morning then?
Better ask him.
How about the rest of the week? Been in here every night, has he?
He runs the place.
What, he pays you extra to cover up for him?
Look, if you don't believe me, why don't you come back tonight and talk to some of the customers?
Well, that'd be his drinking buddies, would it?
Taylor's not like that. Never touches a drop. Looks after himself.
So what does he do all night? Work out?
Yeah, from time to time, I suppose.
Certainly quick on his toes.
This is a list of all the jobs Taylor's been in the frame for. Follows a pattern. Nothing for a couple of months, and then a fortnight's work in one small area. And this is a list of his known associates in the jewellery business. Whoever's fencing for him must have made a fortune.
Don't tell me. No fingerprints?
None. Not even on the batteries inside the torch. That's how careful he is.
Well, how about we check up on these mates of his in the jewellery trade?
Waste of time. Little word will have already got out about his arrest.
Yeah, probably from his solicitor. Oh, which reminds me, his brief's downstairs getting impatient, saying we can't keep Taylor in the cells forever.
Well, we might as well go and have a chat with him then.
The following night, there were 5 more burglaries, all with the same MO. You as well, was it, Owen?
Well, you certainly seem to know what you're doing, Owen. Take a break between each batch. Go and recce the new ground. Get to know the smart houses, a bit about the local force. And then go to work non-stop for a fortnight and move on. Easy money, if you know the game.
All right, Owen. So where have you been during the past couple of weeks? Your girlfriend, Mandy, isn't it?
Nice-looking girl.
She tells us that you were out every single night when these burglaries were taking place. Bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
I run a snooker club.
Is that what you tell her when you come home with your rucksack stuffed with thousands of pounds?
Or when you spend thousands on new furniture?
Doesn't she ever ask any questions?
This has nothing to do with her.
Nothing to do with her? You out night after night, leaving her all alone? Doesn't she ever ask where you've been? She knows about the burglaries, then.
You leave her out of this. Gentlemen, please, do you have anything substantial to say to my client? Because if not, perhaps you could save us all a lot of time and release him.
Tell you what, I'll suspend the interview if you like. You can go and sit in the cell.
Do you want a cigarette?
I don't smoke.
No, of course not. Got to be fit in your game, haven't you? Didn't like us going to see his girlfriend, though, did he?
Good. Phone call for you upstairs.
Who from?
A woman called Amanda Cartwright. I asked her if it was business.
What did she say?
She said maybe.
Does he have to be in on this?
Not if you prefer it. So, what do you want to say?
I just wondered, if Owen goes down, how long are we talking?
Long enough for you to get free of him, if that's what you want.
I don't know. It was different at the beginning. He made me feel really special. But now, well, like you said, he's out there getting his kicks. What do I get out of it?
Well, you look fairly comfortable to me.
I don't mean that. When he's working, he's totally obsessed. Night after night. Like I don't exist.
I presume you're not referring to his dynamic work down the snooker club.
I think you better go. I've got nothing to say.
Listen, Mandy. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You liked it at first. Now you feel you're worth more.
He wants me to be happy, though, doesn't he? He's always giving me presents.
What kind of presents?
Flowers, chocolates. Last week it was a necklace. I thought you would have noticed it when you were here earlier. don't think it's stolen, do you?
So, you got nothing to pin on me?
Not unless you've seen this before. Now showing yellow metal necklace.
Looks familiar. It was stolen from a bedroom dressing table in Regis Crescent on Tuesday night about midnight.
Do you recognise it, Owen?
No.
You take all your gear to a handler, don't you? Someone you can trust.
Look, I've just told you I've never seen that necklace before.
So why does the person we got it from say they got it from you?
If someone's dealing in bent gear, that's his problem, not mine.
So you do reckon this came from your handler, then? And this necklace is just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it, Owen?
He must be making a fortune out of you. What's his markup? About 8 or 10 times what he pays you?
But when the heat is on, he doesn't have the guts to stand by you. You spend your nights scrambling up drain pipes, and he enjoys the proceeds.
I can understand why you're angry, Owen. I mean, why bother picking the jobs you do if you can't even trust your best friend?
And if he'll betray you over this, what else might he be doing behind your back? You ever wondered what he gets up to while you're climbing in and out of other people's houses?
Still, at least you can trust Mandy. She just stays at home every night on her own.
But your handler? You thought he was a friend.
There wouldn't be any reason he'd want you out of the way, would there? Want to talk about it, Owen?
I keep a record of all the transactions I make, too, if you'd like to see that.
That's not the side of your business we're interested in, Mr. Cosgrove.
So what exactly is this about?
Owen Taylor. Name ring a bell?
Of course. Friend of mine runs a snooker club.
In his spare time, maybe. Look, Mr. Cosgrove, I need to ask you some questions about some serious criminal matters. And in all fairness to yourself, I must caution you. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to. But anything you do say may be given in evidence. When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know. Last week?
How about his girlfriend, Mandy?
What about her?
You see much of her?
Oh, now and then. What's Owen been saying?
He's been saying that you've been selling stolen property.
That surprise you, does it, Mr. Cosgrove? This week, for example, 3 necklaces, 2 watches, a gold chain, diamante earrings.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do, Mr. Cosgrove. He's been coming to you for a couple of years now.
Prove it. Go on, search the place. Search it!
Well, there won't be anything here now. You'll have smelted it down or moved it on already. But Taylor is ready to give evidence against you in court. Anything to make sure you get the longer stretch.
You never thought he'd guess, did you? About you and Mandy.
He was very cut up about that necklace.
What necklace?
The necklace you gave Mandy Cartwright earlier today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Mr. Cosgrove. The necklace that Taylor sold to you and which you gave to Mandy for her to give to us.
Mandy? She's not involved in any of this. I don't care what Owen's been saying.
Not involved in any of what, Mr. Cosgrove?
I want to speak to my solicitor.
Now what?
I just wanted to say thank you.
Finally nailed him, did you?
And your friend, Cosgrove.
Yeah?
Well, you don't seem very upset.
I'm not.
Wanted shot at both of them, did you?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You should have seen Owen's face when we showed him that necklace.
Yeah?
You set them both up nicely to betray each other, didn't you?
You've obviously given all this a lot of thought.
Could be lonely. Both your fellas inside.
I'll survive.
Yeah. If you ever are at the loose end, you got my number.